Okay, I am back again with day two. It's pretty early in the morning. It's probably about, I say about 10. Well, it's pretty late. It's 10:51 in the morning, but I was gonna do this earlier, but yeah. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show y'all how I fix my breakfast normally every morning. What we're gonna do is usually I start off with a large thing of eggs. As you know, this is 3 dozens. I have egg whites with me. I have my little spatula thing, the whisk bowl, Corsman plate. I'm gonna show y'all that in a few minutes. This is a little bit of leftover chicken I've had. I normally meal prep. So for those of you bodybuild, you know meal prepping is a big thing. Where we're gonna go ahead and get started. So this is 100% liquid egg whites. If this phone could focus. I don't know if y'all can read it very well. It's 100% liquid egg whites. Got this from Walmart. Nutritional value facts. Normally, if you really get in shape and you really want to get top-notch shape, what you want to do is, this is going to be your big thing right here. Anything on the back that says nutritional facts, this is where you want to be at. So every time you pick up something, whether you're eating or anything, if this phone could focus. Oh my gosh, it sucks. Okay. I'm just going to read off of it and I'm just going to point it to you. So with this right here, it has basically your calories, amount per serving. So it says nutritional facts. On the top part, it has about 20 servings per container. So amount of calories per serving, and I'm gonna show you. And so you're wondering how many servings is there as far as how do I measure out my servings? So, like I said, nutritional facts, there are about 20 servings per container. This whole thing is 20 servings. Serving size. How do you know how big each serving is? 3 tablespoons. Okay. I know it's hard to read because this phone is all jacked up. Maybe somebody could sponsor me and give me a new phone or something. I don't know. 25 calories per serving. So if you're really watching your calorie intake, or if you're trying to increase your calories, you're going to want, so for 3 tablespoons, is 25 calories. For 6 tablespoons, it's 50 calories. So on, so on. So the total fat, there's no fat in here. There's no saturated fats. There's no trans fat. There's no cholesterol. Sodium. Sodium is something I'm the type person, I not really too big on sodium anymore, because the older you get, you got to watch the blood pressure and stuff. But the total carbohydrates, which you're not really worried about that. Dietary fiber, there's no fiber in these egg whites. Total sugar, no sugar. Includes 0 grams added sugar, 5 grams of protein per serving. So this is pretty good. It has 84 micrograms of potassium. Calories per gram, 9 carbohydrates, 4 protein. So we're going to get this started. I don't measure anything out. I'm pretty much hands-on type person. I know how much I eat. So I'm going to probably throw about, it looks like a lot, but that's maybe about a half a cup. Let's see how much. You're looking about a cup and a half. Then this is the part where I kind of mix things up. It's going to be kind of difficult for me to do it with one hand. I'm about to get my counter dirty. That's all right. So, see if I can do this with one hand. So, these eggs, they have, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, y'all. Nutritional facts, 1 serving for each egg. I'm just going to read it off because I know y'all can't see it because my phone isn't focusing it at all. my gosh. Oh, here we go. How about that? There we go. How about that? So y'all can see a whole lot better. Nutritional facts. One egg is 50 grams. Servings per container. 36 servings per 3 dozens. There are 3 dozens in here. Calories, 70 calories. Calories from fat, 45. Total fat, 5 grams. 8% saturated fat, 1.5 grams. Cholesterol, 185 micrograms or milligrams. I said micrograms, milligrams. For me, I think that's pretty high. That's per serving now, y'all. One serving is an egg. So I want you to think about that. Cholesterol, 185 milligrams of cholesterol, 185 milligrams of cholesterol per egg. So if you're really trying to watch your cholesterol, really have to think about how many eggs you're going to eat. You want to keep your cholesterol pretty low, then you want to eat not that many of eggs. You know, maybe 3 eggs. The egg whites on another hand, has 0 cholesterol. You see what I'm saying? The reason why I don't have cholesterol is because normally egg whites don't have cholesterol. Farm-raised eggs don't have cholesterol like that. If you're able to breed your own chickens and have chicken eggs, that's fine. If not, then you go to the store and get your eggs. Sodium, 7 milligrams of sodium. Carbohydrates, 0. Protein, 6. Vitamin A, 6%. Vitamin C, 0. Calcium, 2%. Iron, 4. So, like I said, at the bottom, percent daily values are based on a 2,000 calorie diet. The normal American eats between 3,000 to 4,000 calories a day, normally. You'll say that's a lot, but I'm counting in cheeseburgers and things of that nature. It might not be a lot of food, but you got to count in cheeseburgers and everything. Now, same thing with this. It's based on a 2,000 calories a day also. Eggs whites are normally going to be more healthy for you if you're really watching your diet. I don't really want high cholesterol, so I'm going to just put 3 eggs in there. 108. Don't forget I just said 185 grams 185 milligrams of cholesterol per egg now. So you think about it, that's around 400. So you really want to watch that. So from a cholesterol intake for the day, I'm probably going to do difficult doing this with one hand. I'm not going to exceed it. I'm just going to do 2 eggs, okay? Egg whites, 2 eggs, kind of mix it up a little bit. Let me rinse my hands off. All right. So, on a healthy diet, you do not want any salt in your eggs. Stay away from salt. Sodium's not good for you. It's good for you during the summertime when you're working out, and that's another story. It's wintertime right now, so I'll get into that. Now, since I'm only doing this with one hand, it's kind of difficult for me to whisk the eggs up like that. I don't want to make a big mess. I am done with this. If you know what cooking, always want to clean up after you make a dish. I'm done with the eggs. We use 2 eggs, about 1.5 cups of egg whites. Like I said, watch that cholesterol, the sodium intake. Also too, I have this fully raw challenge. I've had this for a while. I've normally used this before. It's a 30-day program. It says a 30-day program to help you lose weight and improve your diet and health with raw foods. Lindsay Montgomery. You can find this at any type of bookstore, Barnes and Nobles, etc. Now, I have this mozzarella cheese. We're going to look on the back of this mozzarella cheese. So, what does this mozzarella cheese have in it? It's 32 servings. I'm trying to get out this light so it won't be a glare on it. 32 servings per container. Serving size, 1/4 cup is 1 serving. How many servings, how many calories is in each 1/4 cup? 80 calories. So that's something to think about. Total fat, 6 grams. Saturated fat, 3 grams. Trans fat. Cholesterol, 15 milligrams of cholesterol. Don't forget, each egg that I put in here was 185 milligrams of cholesterol. I put 2 eggs in there, plus the 15 milligrams. I will say try to keep your cholesterol, if you can keep it below 500 a day, that will be good. I know it'll be hard, but at least if you're starting out. I am not a doctor. I am not a nutritionist. So, like I said before in my last video, go to a doctor and get blood work done. Talk to them. Let them know that you're on a different diet. Let them know what's going on. I don't know the daily intake what each human or each person takes in for sodium and cholesterol, but I'm letting y'all know what I do. So for me, sodium, 100 milligrams of sodium per serving. So you got to think about it. Per serving, 1/4 cup has 100 milligrams of sodium. I try to keep my sodium down pretty low, at least about 400, at least 400 to 500. It's hard when there's fast food and things out there. Total carbohydrates, 8. You have vitamin D. You have vitamin D. Of course, calcium. You're going to have calcium in there. Get this back. Iron and potassium. Potassium is really good for you. So, am I going to measure this out right now? No, I am not, because I know how much 1/4 cup is. And I don't use 1/4 cup of cheese in my eggs. This is so difficult. I'm doing this with one hand. See, it's not that much. It's not 1/4 cup. You're not even a half a cup. It's just a little bit. Now, I'm gonna give you a general setup what you need. Normally, if you're looking at my stove, there's a glare. Let me turn this light off. Normally, when you're looking at like where my stove is at, I try to use a nonstick pan. Thing about nonstick pans are you want to make sure that you don't use a fork with nonstick pan. It has a chemical or whatever base, I'm assuming, in the bottom. And from what I was told, you don't want to use a fork to scratch it up because getting your food, it can make you sick if you use a fork to cook your food and everything. I have my eggs, cheese, pepper, just a little bit of pepper. You don't want too much. Now, I really want to turn this light on, but the glare is pretty bad. Let me turn the stove on. Usually I turn it on probably about 6. I want my food to cook pretty fast. This pan, what is it? Let me show you what kind of pan this is. A Fabulous Home. I mean, it's pretty good. It's not top of the line, but I mean, it does. I'm pretty cheap, so I try to stay within my budget. Always want to use a rubber spatula. We're going to wait till this thing heats up. You might say, how do I know when it heats up? I'm going to show you. Here we go. Coffee. I like to drink my coffee first thing in the morning. That's probably maybe 5 cups, 4.5 cups or so. Have this Natural Bliss creamer. I don't use sugar. I don't use sweetener. I don't use none of that stuff. Not telling you what to do, but I don't use that stuff just because. So we're going to look at the back of this creamer. So if you're a vegan, I know certain diets with vegan because I used to be a vegan at one time. I'm gonna clean these eggs up after I finish doing this video. Gluten free, so which is good. Gluten helps everything pretty much sticks together. That's why when people eat a lot of foods with gluten in it, they have issues with constipation because gluten helps keeps whatever food you're using and keeps it together. One serving tablespoon has about 32 servings per container. 30 calories. 1 tablespoon is 1 serving. So when you're reading this, everything that you read on the back, when I say 1 serving, this is what you get when you use 1 serving. That's 1 tablespoon. 1 tablespoon has 15 milligrams of sodium. 1 tablespoon has 5 grams of sugar. No protein. Cholesterol, 5 milligrams. This is pretty good. I like it. Let's see what the ingredients is. Non-fat milk, heavy cream, sugar, natural flavors, salt. Contains milk hazelnut. So if you're allergic to any if you're lactose intolerant, that's not going to be the stuff for you. You really want to get the healthy way, and you really want to do it right, I will say just drink coffee straight. It's actually much more healthier for you. And if you tune in with me last night or yesterday, I had the smoothies that I was mixing, and this is what I normally would drink is one of these smoothies. Garlic helps keep your blood pressure down. Makes your breath stink, makes your body stink if you're sweating a lot, but there's a way to cut the smell down. I figured it out. I used to be a really big garlic eater. I've cut the smell down. I had people just be honest with me if I stink, and they always let me know. V8. V8 is so good. I used to not like this stuff. 100% juice. Now, thing about V8 is V8 has a lot of sodium in it, but it's good. I'm not going to lie. I like it. So for servings, if nutritional facts is 100% juice, 8 ounce for each glass. Basically, they say drink 8 ounces of water a day or whatever. 8 ounces has 640 milligrams in it. 460 milligrams of potassium. It's pretty high in sodium, but it tastes good. I like it. Now we're going to check this pan. Make sure it's hot. It seems pretty hot. So we're going to taste. So we're going to say taste test. So we're going to come over here. And usually I would use a fork on this. A fork normally works pretty well. So normally you would want to use a fork. And you will want to come like this. You see how easy it's coming up? You see that? That's what you want. That's exactly what you want. See that? Look at that. Now, as this cook, you wonder what the temperature is. Probably about 5, right at a 6. So as this cook, you're going to continue to go and stir and pick up around it, do all the other stuff. This is a non-stick pan. You don't need any grease. You don't need any butter. You don't need none of that. Which is a good thing because butter has, as I will say, calories and things of that nature also. I'm giving y'all a routine what I normally do every morning when I have a chance. Doing this every morning, you're going to have to wake up early. And doing that as this new year, 2019, what you would normally want to do is get to bed on time. If you got a favorite TV show, just record it. Nowadays, everyone has Hulu, Netflix, TiVo. I don't know if TiVo. Record your favorite football game or basketball game or whatever you normally would use. I would normally turn the vent on, my fan or vent, but I want y'all to hear me talk. I don't want to talk over the fan. It's going to be pretty good. You see how just coming up in this non-stick? See, you don't need no butter. That's why I say you get your non-stick pan. Sorry, moving the fan around like that, like crazy. I mean the fan, the phone around like crazy. Gosh, I should be a chef. Now, oh, I used to be a chef, believe it or not. I used to be at a restaurant. I used to be a chef. It's been years and years, but I know a little bit of recipes as far as you wanna cook a cake and your cake is coming out dry, or you're cooking a turkey for Thanksgiving. What you can, how to keep your Thanksgiving turkey from drying out. And these things I've learned from my mom. My mom normally, a lot of cooking I've learned from her. My mom's a pretty good cooker. These eggs are about finished. Look at that. See, with a non-stick pan, you don't have to worry about dealing with it. Plus, the cleanup is pretty good. Never use a fork on a non-stick pan. You're going to ruin your pan. It's not good. See how these eggs turn out? Look at that. Alright. So we'll get this plate. We have this chicken. This is the chicken and meal prep with onions. We're going to go ahead and get this eggs. I cooked the eggs for about, 3 minutes or so, maybe? I'm working with one hand, so y'all have to bear with me, alright? Let me step back. That way y'all can be able to see everything. I can't get that last piece. Sorry, look at that. Got it over there. The stove is off. Make sure everything is turned off. Come over here. Don't forget, everything has to be cleaned up. I like a clean house. So, got the eggs. Bring the eggs over here on my island. Now, today I'm meal prepping my food for the week. I have drumsticks right here. So, I have the drumsticks. You always want to thaw your drumsticks out in cold water. Always. And I have the bird eye, the frozen vegetables. When you freeze them, all you have to do is put them in a boiler. That's all you have to do. Put them in a large boiler or whatnot. Pot, pan, not pan, but yeah. And just put it on low and let it simmer, because all the water, excess moisture from the vegetables is going to be your water when you're going to steam them. The eggs turn out great. Fantastic. Now we're going to take this chicken. Put it in the microwave. Always want to cover your food up. So we're going to put this about 2 minutes. Start that. That's pretty much my breakfast now, y'all. I don't eat too much bread anymore because anytime you want to work out, you want to stay away from bread. As I said in my last video, you want to toast your bread. I know this video has been pretty long, but this is just a general idea. I'm working with one hand. And as far as, like I said, the chicken, the steamed vegetables, the eggs, I'm teaching y'all how to calorie count. So now you know what your calorie intake needs to be. Calories, for me, I'm in my 30s. I don't watch calorie intake. I simply do not. You should and you shouldn't. Everyone's body's different. Because there's good calories and bad calories, which is another video on its own. The main thing you really want to keep down is, for me, I try to keep down my sugar intake. Now, if you're a diabetic and things, I know that you have to watch your sugar, blood sugar and everything. But if you're not a diabetic, for me, well, someone told me a long time ago, for men are only supposed to have 32 grams of sugar a day. The gentleman that told me, he was in his 60s running 5Ks. I mean, he was in better shape than me. Plus, a lot of sugar, people don't realize a lot of sugar ages you. Refined sugar. Refined sugar is not good. The best sugar that you can have, you can either use natural sugars or the natural sugar, or what you could use. I don't use the artificial sugars like, I can't think of the other brand. I don't use those. You could use honey as your sugar. When you want to stay away from sugars, if you like, I want something sweet, a smoothie. Smoothies is the best way if you really want to get a nice smooth drink in. Soft drinks aren't good for you. Oh, I gotta take this off the stove. Like I say, keep a clean kitchen. Here we go. Now, washing my dishes. Normally, I will tell anyone, I know if you know this already, then I'm not talking to you. But if you're just like, I don't know what pots and pans to use, I want to use starting off. Reason why I say in a non-stick pan, because when you're cooking, you don't want to use a lot of grease. You want to use a rag. Stay away from the sponges. If you can, stay away from the sponges. I'm not a big fan of them. If you use them, that's fine. I'm not a big fan of sponges. You could get your washcloth. I have 2 of them. I like, I'm always washing dishes and stuff all the time. Use warm water. Use this. Never use a brittle pad like that to scrub. Always use something like lukewarm water. Wash it out good. Use some nice detergent. I use the non-concentrated or whatnot. And thank you for joining me on this video. And I will see you next time. Thank you.